Okay. This video is not specifically targeting any individual person, but there was an individual on Facebook who gave me the idea. So yes, in a way this video is meant for you because you're the one that made the comment. But you're not the only one out there that feels that way. And it's sad. The comment that was made was, I'm making 1,000 more a week than what I was a year ago. With a sad face or whatever, and said, still broke. I'm going to tell you what I told you in that text message that day. Not verbatim because I don't remember all of it and I'm not going to go look it up. But the gist of the message was, when you said you'd be making X amount of, when you left, okay, the comment came from a former coworker where I'm currently at. And we're, I guess, friends. We're friends on Facebook, which we're really just acquaintances because we haven't really talked since he left. I'm going to tell you what I told you in that text message when I found out you first left to go do the bread job. Chasing money is your worst enemy. Chasing that green. You ain't going to get nowhere. Why? Because it's never enough. And you're showing that with all the moves that you've made since you've left. And anybody else that does the same thing, you're showing that to everyone around you. You leave one job to go to another one because of the difference in pay, and then that's not good enough. So you leave that job for another higher paying job, and that's not good enough, and so on and so forth. And then before long, guess what you have? A horrible work history that nobody wants to look at. You'll be back at OTR before long if you keep this up. For the love of money is the root of all evil. And that's what you're showing, that you love money more than anything. How much money do you have to survive? Okay? No one has to have that much money. Yeah, everybody has a different type of life. Everybody has different bills. Mostly all the same. The basics. Your rent or your mortgage. Your car payment if you got one. Your grocery bill and all your utilities. Anything else is an add-on. Not a necessity. Cable's not a necessity. Internet's not a necessity. They're add-ons. Yeah, man has made it seem like it's all a necessity. But it's not. Now, people need to decide. Not just this person I'm talking about, but they're included in all this. People need to make a decision in their life. Are you married to your spouse if you have one, or are you married to your job? If you're married to your job, you're never going to have a life. You're never going to be around for your family. And what good's it doing that you're making money? You're making money for them to spend, and you don't get to see none of it. You don't get to see none of the reward of it. You don't get to see their supposed quote-unquote happiness, which that ain't making them happy, because what they really want, what's really going to make them happy, is daddy being home. You cannot trade time for money. And you can't trade money for time. Once your kids are grown, that's it. You don't get a repeat. Once your wife or once your spouse becomes elderly, all the things that you like to do that you never got to do because you never made the time for it, that's gone. You're right. There was a comment that was made on it. You only have one life to live. You're right. Choose wisely how you're going to live it. You going to chase the dollar, or are you going to spend time with your family? You only have one life to live. Why don't you make the best of it and do it and do it wisely? Chasing a dollar isn't wise because it'll never be enough. I learned that the hard way. I had my work history all screwed up because I was chasing that dollar. It was never enough in my head. You people, you need to learn how to be content in life. Or it will never be enough and you'll never be happy. Learn the word content and learn what it means. And then learn how to exercise it if you still want your life. What I mean by your life, I mean by your family, not your job. Jobs come and go. You can get a job a dime a dozen. You can't replace that family that easily. At least not the ones that are in it. You can start a whole nother family, but it won't be the one that you had. And then what are you going to do? Rinse and repeat with that one? Come on. A lot of you have a lot of growing up to do left. No amount of money is gonna please you. And if your spouse is the one putting you up to it, well, man up. Put your foot down. Man's supposed to be over the home. Man's supposed to be head of the house under the leadership of God. She ain't supposed to be telling you nothing. Not unless you're wrong and she's right, which ain't always the case. Unless she's being led by God to tell you that, I would not listen. If it ain't enough money for her, tell her to go out and get a job. Help out. Because all you're gonna do is kill yourself. You're gonna go into an early grave, eventually. No, daddies don't work till they're dead because that's what daddies do. Daddies are stupid and they're whipped when they do that. Stop and smell the flowers, man. Stop and enjoy life. If you work hard, that's fine. Play hard. And I don't mean in a bad way. But you ain't got to have all this money to do that. Because it'll never be enough. The amount of money that the person has is never the problem. It's always the person with the money, the amount of money, that always thinks it's never good enough. Some of you are not matured enough yet. You need to grow up some more. So that you can realize and see the light and have your eyes open. That's why a majority of you, God doesn't allow you to win a lottery. You might win some scratch-offs at times, but you're not going to win a big jackpot. Most of you ain't. Because God knows you can't handle it. You're too greedy. My dog. So, my message to you, the one that made that comment, after you see this, if you still got my number, you're welcome to call me and tell me what you think, or tell me how you feel about what I had to say. I'm not worried about it. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. And if you don't call me, it's because you know I told the truth, and there's nothing to say. Unless you make a comment down at the bottom about it, in the comment section. You got a lot of growing up left to do. In here. Slow your roll on job hopping. Because it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. You're going to come to the point where one day you can't get a job unless it's something that you're really going to hate to do. Like going over the road. Because no one's going to want to hire you. I don't know if you're still with the last company I heard about or not. Really don't care. I'm just trying to give you some friendly advice to you and everyone else out there who sees this video, whether it's on YouTube, Rumble, TikTok. Slow your roll. Find contentment. Find peace. Ask God to help you. Before it's too late. You have a family to provide for. Do it the right way or don't do it at all. Don't let her tell you it ain't enough money. We still ain't making enough. The hours aren't right. Don't let your spouse control your actions. If she doesn't support you, then that's her problem. Or his. Whatever the situation is. I had another video I was going to do about 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was doing those other 2 videos, and the whole subject matter slipped my mind. I was trying to remember what the title was going to be and it never came back to my mind. So I just had to let it go. So this is the first time I've been able to do this, or I've had an idea to come up with. I was actually going to comment in your post to the one that I'm talking to that did this. I was actually going to comment in your post, but it started turning into a big paragraph, trying to be simple about it. And I thought, you know what? This will be a good YouTube video, and I can do it not for that one person, but I can do it for numerous people, because this is a major problem, and with life, it's just a major problem. Period. I know y'all like your toys, especially you men, but you got to slow your roll. What's more important, that materialism shit, or your family and your needs? You got to make a decision. Is your need your want, or is your want your need? Can't have both. You can reward yourself at times Don't get me wrong. But you got to watch what you're doing. It ain't the amount of money that the person has. It's how they're handling their finances as to why you're always broke. Bottom line. Just say it. You're broke. You're still broke after making so much money. Because you don't know how to handle your finances. You don't know how to handle that Friday payday. Or whatever day of the week you get paid. You don't know how to handle it. But anyway, if nothing else, if I don't say anything else to you guys for the rest of the weekend, happy 4th. Enjoy yourselves. Don't be stupid. Don't get locked up. Don't get in any kind of trouble. Behave. Share the time with the family. And go on. So anyway, that's all I got. Yeah. Take care of yourselves. See you later. And to the one that I'm talking to, that I'm really directing this more to, I'm not sorry. If I've hurt your feelings, it's because I told the truth. See ya.